Don't blink, kiss your blink. Welcome to our show. Of course, you're doing well, having a wonderful day. On the 17th of July 2025, this is part 2 of our season 3. Literally went, you saw me go and get a ice bath. By the time it was cooling down, it was already too hot, so couldn't do shit about it. So, like I was saying, Ji-woon here wakes up. And it's a really complex scene because Ji-woon here, who led the rebellion, you guys remember in the second season, is like, yo, let's steal the weapon from the guards and we'll attack them. And there's literally a team that see him being brought back to reality by regaining consciousness, and they're friendly to him. They're like, oh my god, what happened? Right now, the sad part is that they kind of leave him. So they kind of leave him because Ji-woon's like, yo, this is my fault that they're dead. This is my fault. I want to die. I want to die. I want to die. It's nuts because you're literally like, hey, I fucked up. I killed all those people, and I want to die. However, it's weird because two of those people are Marines, and they're like, yo, you should have understood what he was going through. And when his comrade died, and he couldn't do shit against it. So it feels also bad, and it feels like a murder. So, for example, they're eating, right? And people are gonna come next to him. They're not even gonna feed him. What he did more for everybody than he did more for people than what he did. He did more on his own for people, and they all did for each other. It's a very cool scene because we just learned that the frontman is VIP. So technically speaking, we didn't learn that. We learned that in season 2, episode 2 with 001. However, we are we're viewing the story through the player's eyes, and the player just learned that number 1 was a frontman and he was a bad guy. So Ji-woon does a kind of freaks out. He has a breakdown. He's like, oh, kill me, I want to die. Why don't you kill me? Just kill me, right? Because he doesn't want to be part of the game, and at this point he feels like he cannot stop the games, which is amazing. See, Ji-woon character arc is amazing. He started this guy, right, who, and I'm gonna spoil the whole show, I don't care. He started this guy that has he's an asshole, and then through the game he learns to be a better person. He learns to be kinder. He learns to be protector. You know, he's not a bad dude. He's just a guy that made some bad choices. In season 2, he comes in with a rage, and he comes in and it's like, yo, I'm gonna find a place. I'm gonna find a place, and I'm gonna bring people, and they're all gonna destroy them. We're all gonna destroy them. And then the first game, he realized that the ship is not there. So what he does is like, okay, well, fuck you. I'm gonna stop the game. So what he does is green light, red light. Now this is actually kind of pointless, but actually kind of nice. So the frontman is the one that stopped him. The frontman is the force that comes balance Ji-woon. Ji-woon is a force to stop the game. The frontman is a force to keep the game intact. Now, Ji-woon ends up the game, and he managed to destroy the games by doing this simple thing, and he's showing people that the game is wrong, right? But at the same time, the thing that he does is the exact same thing that he started doing in season 2. So you go through this whole arc of let's have violence, let's have war, just to realize that he was right in the first place. So it's nice because you were right. It's not nice because we kind of went in circles. However, the saving factor of this is that the frontman isn't there. So if the frontman acts as a balance, when the frontman leaves the game, the balance is still in Ji-hoon's favor because he's still in the game. There's a positive and negative left, positive still stay. The whole experience is positive, right? So yeah, so it's actually really hard, and you feel bad because the frontman watches. Now the frontman is a great actor, so you don't really see a reaction, which kind of sucks. So then the guards is like, yo, you can vote again, you can vote. Now, you can vote again. So of course people are voting to stay in the game because the only person that kind of was leading, and it sucks because the person that was leading the let's quit the game is gone, and look at this, this is very much different. The people, and this is so like this is supposed to get you mad, which it does a good job at. It is such bullshit because the people that want to stay in the game didn't fight, they didn't grab a gun, they didn't help him. So the only people that felt a loss are the people with a no, and now with the people being a no. And this is actually cool because the first episode acts as this is the end of the line. Ji-hoon he gone crazy. The front man revealed himself. Everybody that's voting for Red, they don't have a chance anymore because there's so little of them, which is nice. Um, God damn, that's a nice bomb, bro. That's a nice bomb. Um, what was I saying? I'm sorry. Got distracted by my neighbors who just threw water. It wasn't a bomb. A nice bomb in the... Oh, fuck. It's a nice bomb in the pool. They have a pool, not a bomb. It's a nice bomb in the pool. No, it's not him. My neighbor just took a bucket of water and just threw it on the balcony. Dumbass. So they feel very, very disappointed. However, we still have some hope. And the hope is presented in the form of number 11, the rebel guard. And she comes in and she has his friend. And she's like, yo, you're going to show me where is actually the... so again, we have the same plot as season 1. We're actually taking the dead player, we're taking their organ, and we're selling them, which is a huge part of how we finance for these games, right? And it's like, okay, well, I want to be part of it. Now, this is cool because at this time, we kind of think that she's the only good person left. However, she just lost a bunch of friends. She just lost. So, in her mind, what happened is she goes into the game. And she realizes the games are fucked up. They're like, this is not what I signed up for. This is not what the game used to be. Now this, a little piece of metal. And we have a, oh, it feels good. It feels good. We have the mosquito bites. So, the second season actually imply a huge change. The number 1 from the previous game was the chairman. He was the guy in charge of everything. And then, we know that he died. So the whole, people in charge of the Squid Game change in season 2. So when number 11 says, oh, these game changes, that's actually really cool. However, this whole game changes with season 2 comes at a flaw, because the biggest flaw in it is in season 1 we didn't see a lick of number 11. Was she not there? Possibly. But if she wasn't there, an excuse, but if she was there, she didn't act. She saw there was something wrong. She just didn't act. So she just had a bunch of morals. Now, it could be explained by a really cool thing, which is that she's dying, she's really sick. So the fact that she's dying, phone is too hot. The fact that she's dying, she could have, for example, there's this show called, what is it? Well, Red Dead Redemption. Oh, shit. What? Okay, never mind. I thought I was recording. There's this whole thing called Red Dead Redemption, and Red Dead Redemption is that. It's a guy that's kind of like a bandit, and he steals from banks, and he's not the best person. He's a nice guy, but he's not the best person. And he literally gonna die, so the whole game is called Redemption. So yeah, so with the number 11, and she's like, yo, I wanna be part of it. Now, the craziest thing is, it's actually quite sad. People ask him, Ji-hoon, he's the last person to vote. He's like, cast your vote. And Ji-hoon refuses to vote. You see? Kind of giving up. When people give up on Ji-hoon, because he gave up on himself first, so it's hard to follow the leader that doesn't lead. Now we have number 11, and she wants to be part of the people transplanting organ. It feels good, but it doesn't feel that good, because right away, she, so this is kind of the problem with season 3. It's a constant problem of pacing. So she knows that people are doing, and it's highly talked about in season 2. She knows that people have their organ picked up, right? The whole problem with her is she kills people. So for example, there's this guy that was shut down, and he shut in his legs to keep him alive. The other is she shoot him in the eyes to kill him. And then, okay, well, the organs are not good, so you just lost us money. So the whole plot of season 2 for her plot was like, she knew that something was going on, and she wasn't part of it. Now, she decided to be part of it just for the same episode, to be like, well, guess what, I betrayed you, and I want you to fix this guy. And because you fixed this guy, then, because you fixed this guy, I'm gonna spend the whole time. And the funniest thing is, right away, she's this ultimate villain. So she comes in when she has a gun, and then she talks to the doctor and says, hey, help him. He's like, no, you're gonna kill me. And she's like, no, I'm not gonna kill you. And then she kills him. The problem with that is, it's a beautiful thing, but it's so poorly executed. So the guy is like, yo, don't trust her. She's being a nuisance. Let's not trust her. And then the guy who's in charge of the implant or the organ transfer, he's like, you know what's the problem with the first game? You know why the last game didn't work? Because people didn't trust each other. Let's build something on trust. We're choosing not to wear masks, so we know who is each other. So there's this expression called shit brothers. Shit brothers are, I have dirt on you, you have dirt on me. Because you have dirt on me, I cannot give the dirt on you because we'll both self-destruct. It's warm outside. I'm sweating, uncomfortable. I'm nervous because we have an interview. So again, let's finish this. That I'm gonna be able to just leave. So it is kind of nice. Then people are coming to Jiwoon, and right away it's kind of nuts because there's two camps, and this is absolutely insane. They come in and they're like, "Yo, it's complex. There's two camps. Like, I want to help Jiwoon." And then right away we see the guy who's responsible for the whole plan failing, which is Daebayo. And Daebayo is like, he's eating quietly and he's in his corner. So it's kind of cool because Jiwoon is isolated because he is a pariah, he is chained to the bed, he is unable to do anything. And Daebayo is left alone because nobody likes him. But at the same time, it's kind of crazy because Jiwoon is the only one that harbors any hate towards him. Other players like, yo, you're the reason as to why this failed. Okay, no problem. We'll let you alone. We won't include you. You're not our friend anymore, but we won't hurt you. And I'm like, you realize that this guy fucked up everything, right? Now, technically speaking, did he fuck up everything? That's another question. I don't think he fucked up everything because you trusted somebody that didn't do the proof into doing something that he was clearly not able to do. If I ask a kid to do my taxes, or if I have a baby to do my taxes, there's gonna be a mistake. Who's wrong? The baby? No, you, because you ask a baby to do your taxes. You understand? So this is the exact same thing that happened with this guy. So like, okay, well, that was a weak choice. That was poor decision. So it kind of like a double tantrum. So it goes in and he's super. Now the coolest thing is we're going back to the camp. Now what is really nice here, and that is one of the most important parts. The captain and the character we like. Again, it doesn't matter how much police officer we have. It doesn't matter how many people are looking for the island. There's two people that we have that are introduced: the captain and the prodigy. When it comes to the guy we really like. So these two are talking, and now the guy's like, yo, I don't know if I can trust the captain. I saw him that night. And this is when you realize that this guy is kind of smart, because the problem with the captain was he killed the drone pilot. He killed him. So then the people that saw him said something, and then the captain was like, no, it's not true. And then the guys in charge, who is oh my god, I said captain twice. Okay, so the captain of the ship and the captain of the police. The captain of the police like, no, I trust him, and I'm in charge. So if I trust him, we trust him. So then the guy said, you know what? Even if I say something, he's not gonna believe me. So then the guy we like comes in and is like, yo, guess what? We're out of the boat. I'm gonna tell you the truth, what I saw. But then the captain of the police like, no, I don't think so. The captain is a good person. He saved me. Now the craziest thing that we saw is that at the very end, the frontman, again, the brother. So he's not the brother. He's the adoptive brother of. It's complex. He's the adoptive brother, but not the adoptive brother. So he's the adoptive brother on paper, but not. So the mother of the brother of the captain of the police had an affair with the guy who was in charge of the Squid game, and they had their kid, which is the frontman. That's pretty much it, right? So this is a super important part. So far, Jiwoon has been a mess. Jiwoon hasn't been able to be coherent. Jiwoon has totally given up. It's kind of crazy. There's moments where this is fucking beautiful because Jiwoon, but this is beautiful, but at the same time, it's boring. There you go. I can finally film. It's beautiful, but kind of boring. So Jiwoon comes in the second game and he's mad and he's pissed off. He's like, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to break those games. And then for some reason he becomes kind of happy to be in the game. He makes some friends, right? He has some good moments, which is narratively important. And he kind of give up on this idea of vengeance. You still want to stop the game, of course, but okay. So what I'm trying to say is the problem with Jihoon is he comes in the first couple of games and he's like, I'm gonna stop the game, and then he says, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna let people decide they want to stop the game. You had this whole plan. What happened to your plan, bro? Your plan was done in what, 3 episodes? Out of 13, your plan was 3 episodes long. How does that make sense? And then Jihoon, when he loses his best friend, he loses everything. So he loses control. But then you have the old Jihoon that is back. So for example, you see Daibayo, who is the fake Marine. Yes, he's a fake Marine. He's not a Marine. The guy with the long hair, pretend to be in the Marine. He's waking up, and you see Jihoon looking at him, and Jihoon hasn't slept. Jihoon hasn't ate. So he looks pretty sickly, but still. But then again, this whole vengeance thing, this whole super violent person, you kind of cure itself. Now, there is a purpose. One of the player has their baby. And because one of the player has their baby, and also he killed Daibayo. So his vengeance is accomplished, and there's a baby, so he has to protect the baby, so he becomes a protector versus a attackant. So this is kind of important also. He wakes up and he's been looking at the guy for the whole time. Now, also the cool thing here is there's this medium. You know the girl that's believed that she's a messenger of God? She comes next to him and she like, oh, you fucking killed your friend, are you happy? And Jihoon has a free hand. He has a hand that is attached to the bed, right? And he takes her by the throat. He grabs by the throat. It's like, fucking piece of shit. He doesn't say that, but he means it, you know. That was a very powerful scene. Now, we have two things. We have the next games, right? And we have the guy being cured. So the guy being cured is the player that is associated with number 11, which is also super, super, super important. He's super important because he plays a role of... okay, so... he's important because number 11 already is questioning her importance in the game. She's like, the game really important. And then since she's dying, she is saying, this is my last chance to do something positive. This is my last chance to fix the world that clearly needs fixing. So okay, I'm still recording. I'm afraid because yesterday it broke. I didn't even notice. And then she sees somebody that she cares about, and she's like, oh, maybe I can help him. Maybe this is my redemption, right? So this is also important. You see how dark it is? I'll be reading for my interview. So now we have the other game. The other game is insane. The other game are the red and the blue. Now they're no more. Also the problem with season 3, what I didn't like is they take away the power of the O and X. It's no more about faction. It's no more about government. It's no more about, oh, which camp are you? The camp of the people that want to stay in the game or the people that want to leave the game? But at the same time, there's so little player left that it doesn't really matter anymore, right? And it's a good thing because although it was a very powerful narrative thing, could have gotten older. See, the reason why this was so interesting was because our favorite characters want to stop the game. Our favorite characters are either dead or gave up, you know? So we have the second game. The second game is hide and seek, but the better version. So they all have keys, and this is a really cool game in concept. It's a really bad game because this game lasts fucking 3 to 4 episodes. So they have a key. Now the cool thing with the key is there's a triangle, a square, and a circle. So there's lock with that pattern. So you kind of have to team up with other player. And then they got the red, which is the werewolf. What they do is they have a knife, and if they have to find you and kill you. Right? So technically speaking, this is reducing your number by 2. However, they come in with something that's really interesting. One of the guy, which is a tweaker, says, hey, to be in a game, we have to kill one person. What if we kill 2 people? What if we kill 3 people, right? Because at the same time, not only are you killing people, but, and this is actually really cool, and this tweaker that does it, or the MC Coin, which is actually really smart. MC Coin is possibly the smartest guy in the game. So what he does is, it's really interesting because he's like, every single red player, okay, the blue player can escape, right? And the blue player can escape. They won. The red player has to kill one person. If they don't kill a person, they're done, right? So this is what they think about. So by doing that, what they do is they have one person, right? Kill one person, so it's 1-1. Now the red player, which is the tweaker or the MC coin, he says, if I kill two, not only am I killing a player for the blue team, which is the escapee, but I'm also killing a red player because he didn't kill anybody. There's 50-50. If a person kills two, it's 51-49. You eliminate two people instead of one. Actually quite clever. And you cannot kill other red player, but you can eliminate them like that, which is brilliant. So the funny thing with Ji-woon takes the red, and he's like, holy shit, I'm gonna be able to save myself. I'm gonna be able to save myself. And you look at Daebayo, and he has a knife. This is super fucking cool. This is super fucking cool because it's all the purpose of, if I kill you, it's complex. It is complex because people that are nice. It's like Walking Dead. People that are nice are dying first. People that are willing to put themselves in danger for other people are dead. The people that left are questionable, morally speaking. And then it's a crazy game because it's blue. They don't have a weapon. They're basically defenseless against a guy with a knife. Now, truthfully speaking, they have a knife. It's not a big deal. It's not a big weapon. It doesn't really matter. But still, it counts. So then they give time. And this is the craziest thing. They give time and like, yo, they have a knife. Can you want to trade? You want to trade? And this is the worst thing. So, for example, the mom and the son choose different team. So it's like, okay, well, I'm fucked. I'm really fucked. To me, that was interesting because it's literally talking about people killing each other. See, to this point, there's a chance that even though everything happened, there's a chance that you didn't actually hurt someone. Now you don't have a choice. So the blue are at a disadvantage. However, the blue, if they don't find out, they have an opportunity. So the cool thing also is that there's a timer. There's a certain timer. So it's like a little, look at this. This literal storm coming in, which we're happy about. The cool thing with this is there's a labyrinth and there's door that are locked. So what you can do is, with the key, you can unlock a door. And if you unlock a door, oh, for fuck's sakes. See, the phone didn't tell me that it was closing, so I didn't know. I'm telling you, with the heat, this is a freaking nightmare, dude. This is badass. But it's okay. Why? Because we're in control. And we're in control because we can. And because we can, and we are in control, everything's gonna be okay. So they come in, and you don't have the time to check every single door, right? And then the best thing ever is there's second door. So for example, you open the first door, and you go up the flight of stairs, and you realize that no, my key is square. I need a triangle. Now the craziest thing ever. This is a big spoiler. Is that the final door that you need to leave need 3 keys. So either you and 2 of your friends that have different keys got out, or you went on the body of that player and you pick up the keys of people, which is kind of nuts, right? It's one of the craziest game. Now, the captain of the police go back on the captain of the ship. The guy stayed behind. He stayed behind. It's like, yo, I don't trust the captain. I'll be there. There's a couple of cool scenes. There's Minsu, and then there's the tweaker. Now, why is it important scene? Is because there's people that we care about. People we care about, which are like 10, right? Minsu was special because Minsu was a victim. Minsu wasn't strong enough. The whole purpose of the character is not strong enough to survive in this game. The second we meet him, we meet this girl that's kind of a badass, and she protects him, right? She protects him, which is huge because again he needs protection. But at the same time, it doesn't serve a bigger purpose because she dies. So then the tweaker who has Thanos. See, it's balanced. The tweaker is weak, Minsu is weak, the girl is strong, Thanos is strong. They both lost their Thanos and this. So the tweaker comes after Minsu. It's like, yo, it's only us 2 left. See, a lot of people hate the tweaker. I don't know how I feel about him because in the second season, he's amazing. He's this guy that's supposed to be like this untrusty guy. He looks untrusty. He feels untrusty. I wouldn't trust him in the street. However, he's super loyal to Thanos, and because he's super loyal to Thanos, even if I don't trust him, I can appreciate loyalty. So you're not loyal to me, fine, You're loyal to this guy, but you're really loyal to this guy, so I respect that. So to me, that's what interesting. But Minsu is bad because Minsu feels the whole game. He feels powerless, and it's like he's like a innocent person, and it's like I gotta kill people. I don't want to kill people, and then you're like, okay, yeah, but you have to you have to end in the games. Now Minsu is an interesting character because he's the guy. Look at this shit. He's the guy that didn't decide to kill everybody. You know, so this is pretty interesting. But at the same time, what purpose does it serve? Nothing. There's no grand scheme of things. There's this character that didn't have to kill. He didn't want to partake in the game. He was too shy, too weak to play in the game. But at the end, oh, fucking Bell Canada, stop calling me, dude. I'm gonna fucking block you. I don't care. You're so annoying. Delete. No. They're so annoying. There's a possibility that this is why my phone closed. I don't know. No, that's not it. Look at these people. All the dark clouds. These are full of rains. Pretty crazy. Guys, we have to hurry because I'm gonna have my interview in a couple minutes. Well, 10 minutes, but I have to go there, which is 15. I gotta take a shower, which is 10 minutes. So I'm in a rush. So with Minsu, there's no greater will. There's no like, hey, I'm the guy that was able to prove that you can play these games without having to kill each other. Minsu doesn't have this purpose. Minsu doesn't have this finale. Minsu at the end, to become like a junkie because he finds the pills of Thanos and it's like, yo, I'm not able to maintain the game. I'm not able to play the game unless I'm high. So just be high, right? And you're like, dude, you're supposed to be the moral high ground of the show, that you end up like a junkie. But then again, maybe that's the point. Maybe people are corrupted. Maybe the frontman of the first game was right. Maybe the world is sick and you need to fix it. Who knows? I'm telling you, season 3 wasn't great. I didn't like it at all. I didn't like it at all because season 2 was so good. If you gave me season 1 and season 3, I would have liked it. If you gave me season 3, if you gave me season 2, at the end I would have been happy. But now you gave me season 3. No, season 1 is okay. Season 3 sucks. Season 2 is the best. If you gave me season 1 and season 3, it would have been okay. If you give me season 2 at the end, it's amazing. If you gave me season 2 as the first season, the show is complete shit. So we have MC Queen protecting the girl with the baby. She's like, yo, I don't want you to get killed, so help me. She's like, I don't like you. Don't you understand? I don't want to do business with you. Now, the coolest thing here is there's literal people trading their vests. They're trading their vests and like, yo, can you help me out? We'll trade vests. I know you don't want to kill. I'm not going to let you kill. Now, I have to say, him is amazing. He finally does what he wants. He goes to see Daebayo, goes to see Jiwoon and say, yo, I'm not the guy that you're mad about. You killed them, right? You killed them. And he's like, I'm not afraid of you. I want you to know that I'm not afraid of you. Now, the reality is, he's very afraid, which is funny. We got the mom and the kids are asking, hey, I don't want you to kill. I don't want you to kill. See, the problem with season 3 is exactly this scene. We're spending 20 minutes saying, hey, we have to kill each other. Spending 20 minutes explaining the rules, saying who has to kill, who wants to trade. People, the mom said to the kid, I don't want you to kill. Or the guy say, I'm not afraid of you. It's pointless. It's pointless because the game itself feels empty. The game in itself would have been perfect for that. So now we have the maze. They're telling how they do the blue. The blue is kind of cool because the blue are coming in and saying, hey, this is how we're going to do it. This is how we're going to hide, right? And you got a couple minutes before. And it's super cool because the best scene of this is super nice. By the way, the pregnant girl is about to give birth. She'll give birth next episode, which is episode number 2. It's Starry Nights. The cool scene is they do like a slow-mo of people coming in. The guy with the people with the blue keys, the one that are supposed to hide and escape, are just walking in. They're being cautious and like, okay, well, guess what? This is our chances. This is our time to shine. We'll take care of everything. Everything is okay. And then the red people come in and they have knife and they're like, yo, let's kill people. And they look very aggressive. So it's a cool scene because you're showing basically a predator and prey. Predator and prey. Predator and prey. But again, season 3, not my favorite. phone just closed because it's too hot. But you know what? I don't care because we're leaving. So on that note, I love you guys. Take it easy. I'll see you guys really soon. Peace.